Welcome back to the Cutaway scene where the conversation stays uncut, unfiltered, and unexpected. Listen, if you are new here, this is where we ask the question people think but rarely says out loud, okay? So this week's poll, we kind of got in our feelings and, it kind of went along the lines like your friend getting into it with someone you know. Are you riding with your friend no matter what? Or are you staying neutral because, hey, it's not your battle, right? But I feel like these are the questions that tells you a lot about someone's loyalty code. Let's talk about it. So 20% says that they are riding with their friend no matter what, okay? Then we have 80% saying that they're staying neutral. It's not their battle. Now, I'm not going to lie, it does depend on the situation because I feel like loyalty does mean to have someone's back. But the problem I have is the blind loyalty. That is a different story because it's like, I think sometimes we do confuse being solid with being involved. So it's like, I feel like you can be loyal and you can still choose peace at the same time, because if the argument isn't even about you, why do you have to be the one to catch the strays? Why are you being a common enemy? But I feel like it's funny because the same people that say you should have my back no matter what, be the same ones that will make up with the person they told you not to like or talk to or be around, right? So it's like half of the time it's not even about loyalty. It's about a power move, power play. Who they think should stand where when the heat comes in. Okay, so I just feel like it's all about it's a power move. Okay, and it's very dividing. But let's get into the hot take Wednesday, right? So the question was, what's a moment you had to pick a side and regretted it later? All right, the hot take entry number 1 says, realizing my sister-in-law is in fact the villain. Mind blown. Okay. See, I can only imagine how that could be very mind-blowing because I feel like some people use the in-law term loosely because you're supposed to be my sis. And it's like the fact that I treated you as such should have been a no-brainer to return the favor. Common respect. And it's like, matter of fact, what happened to girl code? Are we just skipping over that? Are we not doing that anymore? I didn't get the memo, okay? You feel me? But again, I appreciate you for sending in your hot take. Definitely appreciate that. Now let's get into some hypotheticals. All right, hypothetical scenario number 1. Let's say your friend and your favorite coworker, 2 people you both rock with, okay? They get into an argument. One is calling the other one fake. Any name in the book. I don't want to curse too much, but you get the gist, right? And now they're pulling you in I'm right? So what do you do at this point? Do you say something and risk losing one of them because that's choosing a side? Or do you stay quiet and look like you don't care? Now, I'm sure the people that chimed in this week for the 80% in that poll, I know y'all are saying, we not doing it. Get somebody else to do it. We're not gonna say anything. We're gonna let you guys kind of duke it out yourselves. But anyway, let's get into the hypothetical scenario number 2. Imagine your friend is dead wrong, but they expect you to back them up anyway because you are their person. Do you ride because of loyalty, or do you call them out and risk being labeled fake? Now, I feel like moments like that really shows people's characters. And honestly, not just theirs, yours too, because sometimes standing on truth looks like betrayal to the people that's living in the drama. Am I the drama? But I don't know. I've been in those situations where I wanted to be the peacemaker, okay? But I ended up being the problem. Now I got an extra enemy. What? I don't know. It's like you'll realize real quick that silence doesn't always mean neutral, okay? Sometimes it means you value your peace over popularity, and that is okay. There's power in knowing when to not jump in. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. And I've learned that the hard way when people say, I got your back. I got your back. What they really mean is, I expect you to pick my side. And it's like when you don't, suddenly you're acting funny or you're fake. And it's like, I'm not acting funny. I'm acting wrong. Like, and you should too. This is embarrassing for the both of us. Like, why do we have to go down this rabbit hole? Should be already known for you to do. Sorry. But anyway, that is episode 8 of the Cutaway Scene. Listen, big thank you to everyone who voted and sent in their hot takes this week. Y'all make the conversations lit every single week, and I love that for us, okay? But if you haven't already, follow the Cutaway Scene on Instagram so you can vote in the next week's poll. Be a part of the conversations for the Hot Take Wednesday. Next week, let's just say the topic is going to hit home for a lot of y'all, okay? We're going to talk about when boundaries meets pride. But until then, stay grounded, stay neutral when you need to. Remember, being loyal means not losing yourself. But anyway, that's a wrap, and this is the Cutaway Scene. Bye.